Welcome to Concept Clarity. The topic is ratio and proportion. This is the part 4. I request you to please watch the previous part so that you understand in continuity. Let's start. Before this, important announcement: if you want the full channel access, that is Bio, Merchant of Venice, Tempest and History Civics, all the videos, then pay rupees 119 per month. For that, click on the join button and the link of the join button is given in the description box of this video. So let's start with the topic. See, basically we were doing a proportion questions, and in continuity let's do one more new question that is asked in 2015. So let's start. It is given that A plus C is equals to M and B. Okay, MB. And we are given that 1 upon B plus 1 upon D is equals to M by C. Okay, now we have to prove, what we have to prove? We have to prove that A, B, C and D are in proportion. They are in proportion. So let's prove. See, we are given these two conditions. First is A plus B is equals to MB, and the second condition is 1 upon B plus 1 upon D is equals to M by C. Now we have to apply these conditions in order to get the answer. So just watch my solution, what I will be doing. First, what we can do, let me name this as number 1 and this as number 2. So we will first use number 2. What we will do, 1 by B plus 1 by D is equals to M by C we are given. So let's just take the LCM. Okay, so it will be B plus D upon BD is equals to M by C. Okay, now we can give this as, again, if we cross multiply them, then it could be CB plus DB is equals to MBD. Okay, now we will use the equation 1, that A plus C is equals to MB. You can see MB is also here. So what we will do, we will just use them. CB plus CD is equals to A plus C and D. Okay, now what we will do, we will just open them and you just see. Okay, now AD plus CD. What we have done, we have just opened them. Now we can say, what we can do is AD and we can cancel it, CD and CD gets cancelled. So it is CB is equals to AD. Okay. And now we can do it, what? We can just cross multiply C with D and A, B with D and D with C. Now you can see it will be C by D is equals to A by B. I brought B down and here D down. So let's go. We got A, C is to D is equals to B is to D. You can rewrite this as C A is to B is equals to C is to D. So we wanted to prove that they are in continued proportion. For this to be in proportion, it is A is to B is equals to C is to D. We know the formula for the 4 things or 4 quantities to be in proportion. So we did this. It is very easy. Now we will go to the next question. It was easy, and I think this was asked in 2015, and the marks it carried was around 4 marks. So in 4 marks you have to just use the 2 equations and that's it. Okay, so now let's go for the next question. This is also an interesting question. The next question is, it is saying that if Q is the mean proportion between, we know that Q, it is given as the mean proportion. Okay, mean proportion between P and R. Okay, if Q is the mean proportion between P and R, when we have to prove that, what we have to prove, that P square minus Q square plus R square is equals to Q raised to the power 4 upon 1 minus P square minus 1 minus Q square, and that's 1 upon R square. We have to prove this. Yes. So I request you to just go close this video and just do this at your own. If you're not able, then come. So now what we have to do, we will put out our solution. Since we know they are in ratio, or they are in proportion, we can say that in the proportion that Q square is equals to PR. Okay. How? Let me tell you. P by Q is equals to Q by R, because they are in continued proportion. So when we will take Q here and R to the LHS, it will give us Q square is equals to PR. So we did this. After this, now we will take RHS. Now let's say by RHS. Okay. So we will put out here our values. What I will do, I will just put out my values that I have taken. Q square is equals to PR. First I will put the value of Q here. So let me put the value. It will be simple, Q raised to the power 4 upon P square upon, first I will just open the brackets, that would be better for you, and Q square to the R. Okay, now what you have to do, you just have to put the value. It will be P square R square, no, it's just, yes, it's P square R square upon P square minus and then we have to put out q square. Let's don't put the value of q, p square r square upon r square. I didn't put the value of q here because we needed minus q square, so I just put the value q as it is and didn't put the new value. So now let's cancel this out and let's cancel this r out. So what we will get is it's q square plus r square. Okay, it's p square, and when we got it's r square upon q. I wrote this, it's p. It's q square, let me write this again, r square minus q square plus p square, and we got this. Okay, this is what we wanted to prove and we proved out here. So what we did was, actually it was given that it is the mean proportion and these two are the extremes. So we derived an equation that is q square is equals to pr, and we put the value in this and we derived to the left hand side, that is p square minus q square plus r square. That's quite easy. So now let's come to the another question. It's also a good question. Let's see how we have to deal with this question. Okay, the question says if a by b is equals to c by d, that is they are in proportion, then prove that each ratio, what we have to prove, that each ratio is equals to 3a minus 5c upon 3b minus 5d. We have to prove this. Okay, so now what we have to do in order to get this? What I will do, I will just take, let me just change the ink for the solution visibility. Yes, what I am doing, I will just take a is to b is equals to c is to d. Let's say it's equals to k. So now what we will do, a by b is equals to k and c by d is equals to k. Okay, and now I get the value of a to be b by k and c value is to be d into k. These are my two values, a is equals to bk, c is equals to dk. Now what I have to do, I will just put the value of a and c in this given question. Now let me put the value again out here. So it will be 3bk and minus 5dk. Okay, upon 3b minus 5d. And let's take k common, so it will be 3b minus 5d upon 3b minus 5d. So this gets cancelled out and we get k. So we can prove, and we have to prove that these a is to b is bc is to d is equals to 3a minus 5c upon 3b minus 5d are in the equal ratio to k. So we proved out to be that it is in the equal ratio k, which signifies that a is to b to c is to d are in equal ratio. So we have to do like this only. Okay, so it was an easy question. What you have to exactly do, you have to prove that this also comes out to be in an equal ratio to the ratio that are equal to a by b equals to c is to c by d equals to k. So we have to prove this is equals to k only. So indirectly this entire equation is equals to c by d, or it is directly equal to a by d. Okay, so now let's do another question. Another question says that 6 is the mean proportion between two numbers. Okay, it is given that 6 is the mean proportion between two numbers, that is x and y. Okay, and 48 is third proportion. It is given as the third proportion to x and y. So we have to find the numbers. It is given that 6 is the mean proportion to x and y and 48 is the third proportion to x and y. So now let's start. See, it is given C6 is the mean proportion. So when it is given it is the mean proportion, what we have to do, we know our formula for the mean proportion. Let me change the ink for the solution. Yes. So we have to prove. So we know in the mean proportion how the solution goes is, we know how to write the equation for the mean proportion. This is the equation for the mean proportion. So we can get x by 6 is equal to 6 by y. So x by y comes out to be 36. This is a normal formula for continued proportion or for the mean proportion, we know. Okay, now it is given 48 is the third proportion to x and y. 48 is the third proportion. We know that x and y are in continued proportion. So 48 will come how? Let's give it. This is 48. Why? Because we know when 6 is the mean proportion, so 48 can't be the mean proportion, because in a ratio x and y, there can be only one mean proportion between x and y. There can't be two numbers or there can't be two digits present at a mean position in x and y. So what does third preposition means? It means third proposition. Third proportion means that it is at the last, at the extreme one, because they are in mean. Okay, so now we got is y squared is equals to 48x. Now we have to just solve it. So y squared is equals to 48x. We can get y is equals to 36 by x. So this proportion, we will put this value in here. So we get is as 36x by a whole square. It gives out to be 48x. Okay, so now we get, on solving, we can get is x is equals to 3. When we get x equals to 3, we can get the value of y2, that is 12. Okay, so this is how you have to do. So what I mean to exactly is to convey the message is, we are given 6 is the mean proportion to x and y, and 48 is a third proportion to x and y. When 6 is the mean proportion, we got this equation, and when we just put this question into two separate parts, and when it is given 48 is a third proportion to x and y, we put this as three quantities that we are given x, y and 48 is a third proportion. So we made a new equation. We just forgot this part. We have to just swap this part. We forgot this part and we just started with this new question. So we got two equations and we just started with the question and simultaneously solved the two equations. We got x equals to 3 and y equals to 12. Okay, so this was a quite easy sum, but you have to just make sure that you have to take these two equations separately and not consider the previous equation to the second equation and second equation to the first equation. You have to deal them separately. So this was all about proportion. In the next video, we will be discussing about some important properties of proportion that could be inverto, alternando, components and dividendo. Till then, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to share the videos with your friend.